Jungkook shocks everyone with his flight today. What is he hiding? No one expected it. Out of nowhere, Jungkook's sudden flight today has sent shockwaves across the fandom and beyond. Why did he leave so abruptly, without a clear explanation? What could possibly be so urgent that the global star had to take off in silence, leaving behind only questions, speculations, and a storm of emotions? Fans are demanding answers, but the silence surrounding this journey makes the mystery even more intense. Observers who followed his recent activities noted no signs that suggested such a sudden move. Just hours before, Jungkook appeared calm and composed, giving no indication of a looming departure. Yet today, the sight of him boarding a flight, captured in scattered clips and hurried reports, has left millions unsettled. Is it personal? Is it professional? Or is there something far more complex hidden behind this quiet departure? The timing is what truly amplifies the shock. Jungkook has always been in the spotlight, every step dissected and analyzed. For him to suddenly disappear into the anonymity of an airport terminal raises pressing questions. Why now? Why without notice? And why with such urgency? Fans are left wondering whether this move is a calculated decision or an unavoidable necessity. The emotional reaction has been immediate and overwhelming. Many fans expressed disbelief, their voices echoing across online platforms. How could this happen without a word? Others defended him, insisting that privacy should be respected at all costs. Yet, it is precisely this secrecy that fuels the controversy. When someone as globally visible as Jungkook chooses to vanish into the uncertainty of a flight, it does not go unnoticed. It becomes headline news, igniting debates that spread faster than the journey itself. Speculation has taken many forms. Some insist the flight signals an upcoming project, a collaboration so significant it had to be kept secret. Others whisper about personal matters, suggesting that Jungkook might be facing something away from the public eye. There are even those who claim it could be nothing more than a simple trip, magnified only because of his stature. But can it really be that simple? Or is that explanation just too convenient? This situation reveals something deeper about the relationship between idols and their audience. Fans crave connection, details, and updates. Every action is studied, every absence magnified. Yet behind the glittering performances and curated images, Jungkook is a man with his own choices, his own needs, and perhaps even his own battles. Could this flight be a glimpse into that hidden reality? A silent assertion that not everything will be shared, not everything will be explained. The more silence persists, the more questions grow. If this flight is connected to a personal matter, should fans respect the boundaries and refrain from speculation? If it is professional, why such secrecy? And if it is both, where does one line end and the other begin? These are questions with no clear answers, and perhaps that is why they disturb so many. The dramatic weight of this moment lies not only in Jungkook's absence but in the uncertainty it leaves behind. In an age where information travels instantly, not knowing becomes unbearable. And yet, that is exactly the situation now. A mystery, an empty seat, and the image of Jungkook boarding a plane without looking back. Fans worldwide remain torn between curiosity and loyalty. Some demand explanations, believing transparency is owed to those who have supported him so fiercely. Others argue that nothing is owed, that true support means standing firm even in the silence. The debate itself has become part of the story, a reflection of the tension between public expectation and private freedom. So, what is Jungkook hiding? Is it a project that will shake the industry, revealed only when the time is right? Is it a personal matter too delicate for public eyes? Or is it simply life, ordinary, unremarkable, but magnified through the lens of fame? Whatever the truth, one fact remains. His flight today has become more than a journey. It is a symbol, a question mark, and a shock that refuses to fade. Until clarity emerges, the mystery will linger. Fans will continue to speculate, voices will continue to clash, and the world will continue to watch. For now, the image of Jungkook stepping onto that flight stands as a haunting reminder. Even in the age of constant visibility, some truths remain hidden in the silence between departures and arrivals. The echoes of this shocking flight continue to dominate discussions everywhere. What makes the event so compelling is not just Jungkook's action itself, but the absolute vacuum of context around it. In the world of entertainment, where even the smallest detail is magnified into headlines, the absence of explanation becomes louder than any official announcement. This is why today's flight feels less like an ordinary trip and more like a riddle written in the sky. For many observers, the incident is a test of patience. How much silence can fans endure before speculation overtakes reality? Already, theories are multiplying at a pace faster than facts can catch up. Some voices claim that the flight is tied to an undisclosed performance, perhaps in preparation for a stage that will soon astonish audiences. Others insist that the matter is personal, potentially linked to family or health. The truth, however, is elusive, hidden behind the closed doors of an aircraft cabin. The reactions reveal a paradox at the core of fandom culture. Fans love deeply, sometimes more intensely than the stars themselves may ever fully understand. That love creates an instinctive need to know, to protect, to anticipate every step. Yet at the same time, that very intensity can become suffocating, erasing the boundaries between public figure and private individual. Jungkook's flight throws that paradox into sharp relief. Should he be free to travel unseen and unbothered? Or has his global visibility made such privacy impossible? This question carries weight because of Jungkook's unique status. He is not just a singer or a performer. He is a cultural phenomenon, a symbol of ambition, youth, and resilience. His choices ripple outward, affecting not only devoted fans but also industries and media landscapes. When he steps onto a plane without warning, the tremors are felt globally. The ordinary becomes extraordinary, and what should be a routine flight transforms into a controversial event. Critics argue that perhaps fans and the media alike are overreacting, turning a simple departure into a spectacle. But is it really an overreaction? When silence is the only response to legitimate curiosity, imagination naturally fills the void. And imagination, when applied to a figure as beloved as Jungkook, does not remain small, it becomes wildfire. This is why the story has spiraled, why the image of him boarding that plane resonates so powerfully. It is not just what he did, but what he did not say that creates the storm. The silence, too, may be intentional. Jungkook has never been unaware of his influence. If he wanted this flight to pass unnoticed, he would have taken measures to ensure complete secrecy. Instead, glimpses surfaced, enough to confirm the journey but not enough to explain it. Could this be a deliberate choice? Could the mystery itself be part of a larger narrative, one designed to spark exactly this kind of discussion? If so, the strategy is undeniably effective because it has worked out on a psychological level. This raises fascinating questions. Why do people feel shaken when a celebrity makes an unannounced move? The answer lies in the illusion of accessibility. Fans have grown accustomed to constant updates, curated interactions, and the idea that nothing is truly hidden. When Jungkook breaks that pattern, it feels like a rupture in the expected order, as if the bond between idol and fan has suddenly been disrupted. The result is shock, confusion, and a desperate attempt to reconstruct meaning from fragments. And yet, there is also admiration woven into the reaction. Some see Jungkook's decision as a bold statement, an act of autonomy in a world that constantly demands exposure. To vanish, even briefly, is to reclaim control. To leave without explaining is to assert independence. Perhaps this is the true shock. Not that Jungkook boarded a plane, but that he did so on his own terms, without permission, without apology. As hours turn into days, the impact of this flight will continue to unfold. More voices will rise, more theories will emerge, and the tension between speculation and truth will grow sharper. Will Jungkook eventually reveal the reason? Or will the silence be allowed to stand, leaving fans forever guessing? The answer may determine not just the outcome of this moment, but the shape of his relationship with the public in the future. For now, one thing is certain: today's flight is no longer just about travel. It has become a narrative, a symbol, a mirror reflecting the fragile balance between fame and freedom. Jungkook has shocked the world not by speaking, but by remaining silent. And until the mystery is resolved, that silence will continue to speak louder than words. The questions surrounding Jungkook's sudden departure have not faded. In fact, they have only grown louder. Every photograph, every snippet of video from the airport is being dissected frame by frame, as if the truth might be hidden in the smallest detail. An expression on his face, the way he carried his luggage, even the clothes he chose to wear. Fans are desperate for clues, convinced that something larger is at play, something that cannot yet be spoken aloud. Some argue that the real shock is not in the act of flying, but in the way Jungkook seemed to deliberately leave space for doubt. Normally, public figures either confirm their travels or manage them with such precision that no questions remain. But this time ambiguity reigns. And ambiguity, in the world of global stardom, is dangerous because it invites endless interpretation. Did Jungkook intend for this? Or is he simply caught in the impossible web of his own fame? The controversy has also revealed fractures within the fandom itself. On one side are those who feel betrayed, insisting that sudden vanishing acts contradict the trust built over years. On the other side are those who argue passionately that he owes no one an explanation, that his life remains his own no matter how bright the spotlight.